Good morning, everybody. It is Saturday morning and I've woken up to this little love bug on my bed. And then I very quickly realised that the bread was going to be finished in the bread maker any second now. And I come down with 1 minute to spare. There's nothing nicer than waking up to the smell of freshly baked bread in the morning. So I quickly tipped it out and voila, there we are, fresh bread. And then before I knew it, everyone else had woke up and Sophia come down and she did some lovely little morning crafts. We're colouring in these Christmas trees to give to friends and family to pop on their Christmas trees. And I noticed that my table had been coloured in too, which is so beautiful, I can't complain too much. And then it was time to make myself a nice cup of tea. And as you can see, I've started to wash all my Christmas bits. I think maybe Tuesday next week I'm going to find the time to do my Christmas dress up because this is far too Halloweeny for my liking. And then it was time for breakfast and we all decided on fried eggs. I wanted mine on toast and Sophia wanted a fried egg sandwich, and that was bloody delish. And we sat and ate it while watching, I think it was Christmas Bake Off on the telly, which was nice. And then I decided it was time for me to have a bath, but first I had to remove all of Sophia's potions from last night. I stole a little bit of her Lush bubble one. This is a raspberry one and it smells so good. I think we need to get a new one of these. And then these are the products I use: the Aveeno exfoliator, Dove body wash, and the Bioderma nourishing oil. And then, of course, no mum can have a bath in peace. And my little girl came and joined me. And then she brought her little notebook and showed me all the lovely notes she'd been drawing. And then actually she washed my back for me and it was really super lovely. And then it was time to go for a nice family walk. It started off really cold this morning, but then it kind of warmed up a little bit despite the skies being really, really grey. So our aim was to walk to that water down there that you could just see on the left, and I decided to give my new Clark's boots a little trial run. And here's Sophia showing us her fantastic walking. Look how good she is now, prancing through the field. So as you can see, the water was quite a while away, but we are slowly getting closer and closer. And at this point I started to feel like I was getting Braxton Hicks, which was not ideal. So we decided to sit down and enjoy the view while they passed, which thankfully they did because they really hurt. So walking on down a little bit lower and we've pretty much almost made it. As you can see, we're nice and close now, fully stretching out this voiceover as you can see. And now we have absolutely finally made it to the water. The tide was actually quite far out and we had no towels for Rafa, so he started to get pretty muddy. He had a very, very muddy tummy, so we decided to head back and we did a little bit of train spotting, which was quite fun. And then it was time to head into our local butcher's. My husband wants to practice. We're having pork for our Christmas dinner this year, so he bought a joint of pork. I think it was belly pork, so we could have a practice. And we picked up some sausages and some bacon while we were there. And then we had to head to our local garden centre, which is just next door, because they had all of the Christmassy bits out. It was hard to have a proper look around because I was holding on to the dog. And we found out that you'll see in a sec, he was actually very, very afraid of these singing reindeer that you can see in the background just there. So I had to pull him away while Sophia enjoyed herself. I love coming here at Christmas. They always do such a good job of decorating. I don't go much on their Santa's grotto though. That's usually a bit naff if I'm honest. I really wanted these mince pie boards, but they're not the kind of thing you buy in front of your husband. And then we just checked out the rest of the displays. I restrained from buying any new baubles because we definitely don't need any. And with kids and pets and another baby coming, all the glass ones just get smashed. And then we were starving. Unfortunately, I had some pizzas in the freezer, so we just had those with like cucumber, hummus and other bits and bobs. And then really annoyingly, I had to pop to Sainsbury's. A few days ago, I bought my dad and I a whole duck and put them in the freezer ready for Christmas. And ever since then, Sophia's gone on about wanting crispy duck, so I had to get all the ingredients for that. I didn't film in Sainsbury's as it was chaos, but here is a little haul of everything that I bought. And I'm sorry if you can hear my dog whinging in the background. I'm doing this voiceover the next day while eating breakfast, and he is just begging for what we have on the table, but you'll see that a little bit later on in the video. Come here then, do you not want them?
Yeah, I do.
And then it was time to get settled in front of the fire on the sofa. I made myself a hot cup of tea and I put my feet up because my bump has been really hurting these last few days. And then my husband did the crispy duck for us, which I was really pleased about because I was just absolutely knackered. So we enjoyed that while watching the rugby on the telly. Super delicious, and we didn't even have room for any dessert. And then it was time to head into bed. We tucked Sophia up, and as per usual, Luna came and joined us and sent Sophia to sleep with her soothing little purrs. See you in the morning. Good morning, everybody. It is now Sunday, and we are having the ultimate Sunday breakfast of waffles with fruit. I think we've got bananas, strawberries, raspberries, and of course some chocolate spread. And I've lit the White Company winter candle because it just smells so good. And this is Sophia's little Shopkin waffle Sue joining us for breakfast. And there is my pussycat saying good morning to us all. After breakfast, my husband took my daughter and the dog out for a little bit around his in-laws house. So I had the bath that I wanted to have yesterday, and I caught up on some of Fleur de Force's gift guide videos, which I love. And then it was time to start prepping lunch. This was the pork that my husband has rolled up, and I think inside there is fennel, rosemary, chilli, thyme, and we watched Miracle on 34th Street while preparing that, and Sophia did some colouring in. And then, oh my goodness, look at that crispy crackling. This actually tasted so delicious, and we'll do it exactly like this, I think, for Christmas Day, but maybe not the chili. Just wasn't given festive vibes. And then I'm so out of breath. It was time for our roast dinner, which honestly was absolutely delicious and fully hit the spot. And then the worst thing is, after that, I needed to do the week's food shop online, and I just wasn't hungry. So I got out this old goodie cookbook for inspiration. And then I decided to Christmassy-fy Sophia's bedroom a little bit, and I let the cat smell this tree before going in, and I changed her bedding and put a few festive bits out. It's not a full Christmas yet, but I went with this lovely bedding from H&M, and the undersheet was from H&M too. And that lovely throw on the top I got from a charity shop a few years ago now. It's a bit later on now, and we're just having some cheese and biscuits. I've got my diabetes test in the morning, so I'm going to eat as much as I can tonight because I am nil by mouth from midnight. And I think that's it. I'm going to bath Sophia and pop her to bed now after we've watched England and this beautiful sunset. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!